welcome back to the Southern Snack, where life is too short to be serious. You know what? I've been just kind of dwelling on how boring this week is, and you know, a lot of people, I'm just not understanding why y'all think this is so exciting. I know everybody loves Oreo Mallow sandwich. Great, cool. I think it's overrated. I think it's like an 8 at best. It's good, but it's just like, it's kind of dry, in my opinion. There's some aspects that I just make it less perfect than y'all claim it to be. But just a lot of flavors are either just really just mundane this week in terms of flavor, or they're just overly sweet. They've got flaws, they've got faults. And if you love this lineup, good for you. It's a very colorful lineup. It looks dynamic. In my opinion, there's a lot more to the story than what the cover of the book will tell you. So we're gonna go ahead, break down into this review. Nothing new. It's cool to see hazelnut filled back. It's been a while, I think, but I've never really been a huge fan of that cookie. The base is kind of boring, and it really boils down to how well they fill it. So, you know, we'll see, but most of this is just sugar cookies, right? Cake batter Blondie. The strawberry crumb, there's like no strawberry flavor to it. I don't know why anybody out there is hyping that one up. Like, people who keep it real have been for real, have said there's no strawberry flavor to it. It's got this like glaze on it. Cool, vanilla glaze, cream cheese glaze, I don't care. And then you got Nilla bean, which is just a cream cheese sugar bomb. So I don't know. If you're excited for this week, good for you. I'm more excited about the next 2 weeks. So just as a heads up, I'll refocus right here. Just as a heads up, if you like the new items from Starbucks and Dunkin' right now, and you're on like a tight budget or whatever, those menu items are, I think they're going away after this week. They've got, just to say, they've got new items next week. So Crumbl's got a fire lineup, then Starbucks and Dunkin'. I think Dunkin' comes first, and then Starbucks. So we got 3 straight days of fun next week. Just letting you know, so you're informed. In case you really like the donut coffee, I went ahead and got me one today, just so I could have it one more time. But that's Oreo Mallow sandwich, and its delightful thickness. I just had a little bit of the cream, and man, I could swear that just tasted salty. I don't know, but we're cutting a piece, and we're messing up vanilla bean cupcake while we're at it. All right, so 1,000-calorie cookie right here. And it's got brownie pieces in it, a mallow cream. People will love this one. I don't know. I get it. That cream is good, right? It's nice and fluffy, sweet. You got a good touch of Oreo flavor. But I just think a lot of the warm, gooey Oreo flavors are better than this one. It's just, maybe it's just me, but it's super good, right? That's solid. I would give it like an 8. An 8 on a good day. Today is a good day. But there's just not anything that warrants this as being wow. You know? To me, it's just not. There's a little bit of dryness to it. I don't know. It just feels a little mundane at times. Anyways, moving on. Like, I like a legit Oreo over that. We're going to do hazelnut sea salt. And we're just going to cut this one straight up the middle. See how much filling. Because the amount of filling can be an issue. Okay, clean that. Let's take a look. Man. I like that they drizzled stuff on it, but look at that. That's just, there's not enough. Not nearly enough filling to really justify this being like a really good cookie. And some of y'all have a Crumbl out there that's gonna fill this one perfectly, but I just think most Crumbls just aren't good at that. I don't know. So I'm just trying to get the best amount of hazelnut I can on here. And yeah, let's try it out. The base gets me every time. It's just such a bland base. I know they say it's like a brown sugar base. I think it's much closer to like a sugar cookie base than anything. It doesn't have that much brown sugar. The touch of hazelnut's good, but it's not enough to warrant this being like, wow, you know? I think the touch adds a good flavor profile. But I've given this like a 6 in the past, and I think we could settle with that again. And I could be overhyping it by giving it a 6. The sea salt, I don't taste a lot of either. Again, the most flavor I get is that bland, albeit gooey and buttery base. Again, I don't get the hype. And that kind of certifies this as a skip week for me. I mean, because the last 3 are just, it doesn't, I mean, Nilla Bean's probably going to be higher ranked than the sea salt one, no question. But even with that said, I don't find a lot of good to say about Nilla Bean, right? It's got its qualities, but, and I'm making a mess over here. But yeah, I mean, it's simple. That one's not as sweet as usual. But again, it's like, you know, if you like vanilla, that's cool. That's awesome. But I don't know. It's not one that, it's kind of bland. And at some points, you know, with that cream cheese vanilla, it can be just a huge sugar bomb. And, you know, some people love that. I think it's a 7, right? Because, again, you've got this kind of compromise for someone that, you know, may not like chocolate and may not like something dynamic. You know. All right. So, strawberry crumb. And I'm getting all kinds of mess on my fingers. I'm trying to clean my fingers. I mean, see, I got napkins. Y'all critique me, oh, you need to use napkins more. And it's like, well, I'm in the process of eating cookies throughout the whole video, and it's like, well, you know, the moment I clean my hands, I get them dirty again. So, like, why am I wasting so many napkins? So, strawberry crumb basically has these artificial strawberry crumbles on them. It's got, I guess, like a vanilla glaze. It overall, it's not a good cookie. It's just not. Let's be honest. There's no strawberry flavor to it whatsoever. And, you know, whatever strawberry there is, it's all artificial. So. Imagine the Nutella, right? But you take the Nutella out. Add a little bit of artificial strawberry. Add some glaze. Like, I'm sitting here like, this is a 4. Like, I'm borderline not really liking this at all. But there are some key qualities that are enjoyable. The glaze is pretty good. Add some flavor to it. It's gooey. It's warm. But, man, I sit here and I'm just like, no. I'm not here for that. If you're going to give me a strawberry cookie, make it strawberry flavored. So, to each their own, but that's a 4 out of 10. All right. Cake batter blondie. First time I tried this, I was watching my review from the first time I tried it. I gave it an 8. It's not going to touch an 8. It's really just a sugar cookie. There are some nice notes of cake batter in there, and I'll have to give them credit. But I don't come to Crumbl for a sugar cookie. We come to Crumbl for those Mallow sandwiches, even though I wouldn't consider it an elite flavor. So, cake batter blondie, white chips, cake batter flavor, you know. And it does have a good rush of cake batter flavor, right? It's not just like a sugar cookie, but for the most part it is. It's sugar cookie with some cake batter flavor. It's definitely interesting, but also kind of boring in a way because there's not much to it. I mean, it wouldn't touch an 8. I think a 7's fair, right? It's good. It's not as overly sweet as vanilla bean, and it has some good notes of flavor to it. I mean, I could reason with a 6 too because it is a bit boring. I'm gonna do 6.5. I'm gonna do 6.5. That's gonna be fair. I mean, it's not an offensive cookie. It's just kind of boring. So yeah, next 2 weeks at Crumbl, I'm excited about. As I said, next week's gonna be bang, bang, bang. Lots of good reviews, lots of fun reviews. But to me, I think if you're saying this is a great lineup, I really don't know where you're coming from. I knew what I was getting into with this. So I just want you to know what you're getting into. Just be prepared, because don't say I didn't warn you. And if you think otherwise, I don't know. That's up to you. We all have opinions. They're all different, I guess. So anyways, that's my review. I'm sticking to it. I'll see y'all around.